Good afternoon. My name is Ethelor on this somewhat cloudy Wednesday afternoon. I hope you are all enjoying your days, whether that be a Wednesday or whatever day you're watching this. Today I bring you some Star Wars The Old Republic PvP, again with the same person as last time's video. As far as content goes, I probably will be releasing quite a few videos this week.
That sniper had full gear.
By quite a few, I mean more than one. But I think that I want to get some of the content backlogged on my hard drive out onto my channel. Start getting some content on my channel. My, of course, eventual goal is to grow the channel. But what you see here is another Quesh Hut ball. I would say, as far as optimization goes in Star Wars The Old Republic, this one is one of the less optimized ones. The FPS-wise, it gets pretty... The FPS can drop pretty low. In fact, there are times in PvP when my FPS doesn't go above 15 frames per second, which is, in my opinion, unacceptable for a game like Star Wars. I realize that their team of developers and employees, etc., that works for BioWare and EA and the people who work on this game is somewhat limited, given some, shall we say, in my opinion, ill-advised business decisions earlier on in the game's life. I think that if they had a bigger dev team, the game could be doing better as far as just players goes. Because right now, I would say the classes are... I hesitate to say this, but I think, in my opinion, the classes are better balanced than World of Warcraft is right now. And World of Warcraft's PvP is arguably better and more established. But I think that they could bring in a good Star Wars The Old Republic, I think, could bring in a good PvP community if they optimized their game and added some server engineering, either some mergers or some cross-server queues. And obviously, I mean, I know they've said this, I'm sure people who are watching this are aware that, they've said this, that they're not doing cross-server queuing. It's not on their radar at all. And I believe the reason for that, I don't know if they said this specifically, but I'm almost 100% certain the reason for that is because they don't have a network engineer that can do that kind of, the kind of necessary optimization and engineering. I know recently they've said they want to do some server mergers, and I hope they do that carefully. I think at this point for PvP specifically, you almost need server mergers on the ironically on the PvP servers. The two PvE servers that I have characters on, Harbinger and Jedi Covenant, are relatively regular in queue pops. Especially the Harbinger. Jedi Covenant's a little bit slower. I think that has an even larger PvE ratio, or larger PvP or PvE group, and a smaller PvP group than the Harbinger does. I think the Harbinger is a little bit more balanced. I mean, the Harbinger just has more people. But I think they need to do something to reduce queue times in both PvE and PvP on most of the servers other than, like, the Harbinger and, to some extent, Jedi Covenant. So as far as that goes, I'll be putting up Star Wars content periodically. I like Star Wars The Old Republic. I mean, I play it when I get the urge to run around and hit people with lightsabers and shoot Force lightning at people, is essentially when I play it. So, I'll be playing this some. But I think to grow, Star Wars needs... Their content is good. When they release content, it's good. I think they need to be a little bit less... I don't know, they need to do less with making the content good and less with making the mechanics and the optimization good. They need to really optimize it. The game needs to be optimized for it to be really successful. I think their content is good, especially this Revan's expansion. In my opinion, this was probably the best expansion they've done. The Makeb expansion and the Aurocon expansion,
Score of that one.
those were pretty bad, in my opinion. Overall, I've liked the Revan expansion almost as much as I like the original game. They are doing 12 times XP for I think till fall is when they said. They haven't given a specific end date as far as I'm aware. But so if you wanna get involved, you have to be a subscriber to get it. But if you wanna be involved, now's the time to do it. It'll take you. I mean, your leveling will be just snap, snap, snap. It'll just be quick with the 12 times XP only for story content. So it allows you to only do the story content, which I think is really neat because the class specific missions are really the interesting part of it, other than some of the Flashpoint and raid content. But what they've done is allow people to only do that content, and that content is the better content, I think. And I mean, that only goes up until you get to level 50, and then you have to do some of the other grinding junk on Oricon, and then the Revan's expansion, which the Revan's expansion is really pretty interesting. So as far as that goes, I think it's now is as good a time as any to get involved. I would have said get involved earlier, when the game still had its big subscriber base. But I mean, now is as good a time as any as far as the decline of the game goes to get involved. I mean, it's a good Star Wars game, and it's really, as far as subscriber base, and player base, it's if anything, it's stagnant. I won't say it's not really growing a whole lot, but it's not really declining a whole lot either. It's not like WoW where it's just dropping people. But anyway, so this video is just some Quesh Hutball on my Sith Sorcerer. I'm leveling some other characters, and I think at this point I will leave you with the rest of the footage. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please enjoy the rest of the footage. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my Twitch, my Twitch channel and my Facebook, which are linked in the video and on my channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.
Right into Rotworm hands. Perfect interception.
I dumped it.
Incomplete pass. What are the Frog Dogs doing out there? The Frog Dogs have the ball. Frog Dog pass connects. Nice play. Right into Rotworm hands. Perfect interception. Rotworm pass is all clear.
Oh, okay. That was interesting.